Hello, and welcome to the esteemed channel, a fanfic talk. Jeez, what are you doing? Jeez, you're gonna trip over a wire. Jeez, these lights, they emit a high radiation count. Oh. Okay, it really is only supposed to be used once.
We're directors.
No, not really. We're just two guys that have a camera and a couple laptops. Anyways, guys.
Hollywood.
Goodwill, $2. Okay. What a deal. What a steal. Literally a steal. I stole this from Goodwill. Alright, guys. Let's be serious here for a second. Jeez, why have we gathered here today at 3 o'clock in the morning?
FANFIC FLIP.
That is really, that's very true. That's exactly why we're here. You may have noticed a little something else about our set. I don't want to put too much focus on it. We got a little bit of money.
Microphones.
That's right, Cheese. We're in the big time now. We have little tiny microphones that I think costed about 17 cents each from Goodwill as well. That's fine. I'm not even sure mine works. Ooh. Hello? I don't even think this thing works. Okay. Let's be serious.
This is fun.
No. Don't fool yourself.
Not on this show.
No, not on this show. Is it bad that mine smells like lead?
Oh.
It's quite pungent.
It's terrible.
Alright.
Is that how all mics smell?
Probably, yeah. But I don't think most mics are supposed to have their paint come off on your fingers. Anyways, enough about our little microphones. Jeez, I really would not touch that, actually. Can we start this episode? This is stupid episode of a show that we were not even supposed to continue. FANFIC FLIP! Play the title. Cheese, what are our fanfics about that we wrote today?
The very popular character from Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain, Code Talker.
Code Talker is an elderly man. A bit of background here. An elderly man. Okay. This thing is not very well balanced.
Is it more professional?
Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
What's more professional?
I don't know how to use this. What? Is this dangerous? I think we've had a bit too much sugar. Code Talker is an elderly man of Native American descent, I think, who sits in a wheelchair for the entire game, and he's an exposition dump. He tells you endless stuff about vocal cord parasites.
Awful,
the second purpose is the Englishization of the world. To cipher the organization. This is probably their main use. Man thinks in words, or rather, words are man's very means of thinking. If you erase a word representing some concept, the concept itself disappears from the world. Nishone means beautiful in Navajo.
Yeah, when you think about it, he's not a great character. He's perfect for this show.
He said he was awesome.
So we're starting the night off since I started last time. Big Cheese has wrote a wonderful fanfic. We're going to start with his. Cheese, what's your fanfic's name?
Code Talker in the case of the Unbreakable Code.
Oh well, that sounds like quite the experience. Let's read the description and let's get this ball rolling. Alright, Code Talker in the case of the Unbreakable Code by Minority of Stars.
Oh man.
Code Talker is once again face to face with the Unbreakable Code, and this could be the death for our hero. So Cheese just has to sit back and watch as I read over his fanfic. He's warned me ahead of time that this might be dangerously stupid. It was, oh gosh, already. It was another dia on military base. Oh, you stepped it up already, haven't you? Code Taliker. Oh my gosh, is every word this?
It's like that for 2 paragraphs.
Oh
You don't
jeez.
have to read it. Just read what you know the words.
Code
what
Talker
you think they are.
was, I don't know what this word is, was rolling down one of the long bridges that soldiers use to travel across the Vysia, the base.
The Vysia.
He didn't like using the cardboard box. Fastest, wow, geez, this is awful. The Fast Travale system, because it was hard on his
This
knees.
is so fun.
That's kind of useless information and not at all important to the plot, but I guess is what I'm trying. What I'm trying to get across is that he's really old. Yeah, it's important for new people to be exposed to the fact that Code Talker is a very elderly person. He's about 300 or something like that. I don't think that's quite correct. Anyone is just kind of waiting on him to die. Kaz has tried giving him cheeses, burgers, to clog his heart with badness. But today is the day everyone has been waiting for. The death of the crotchety old man that nobody really likes. Code Talker's wheelchair finally came to a halt halfway across the bridge. Oh gosh, here dialogue. I feel death, said Code Talker. Ah yes, the code I've never been able to break for my entire life. The code of life and the code of death. That's 2 codes. I'm dying, very blunt, said Code Talker. Or is it just one of the cheeseburgers hitting my stomach wrong? An overwhelming, numbing sensation. Oh gosh. So is this entire story just gonna be him dying?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I probably shouldn't have answered that.
No,
for
you shouldn't have. His vision was going dirk. he had just the
I
strength
placed that one.
to contact Big Boss. Big Boss. Should we explain who Big Boss is?
Oh.
Nope. For one, Isatas. I don't even know what that is supposed to be. Oh,
Last.
for one last? Oh, jeez. Important message. Boss, I'm dying. Please protect my research from those that would use it for their own nefarious purposes. Little did Code Talker know, Big Boss, wasn't listening. He was busy on the animal platform. The boss always took trips to that platform to clear his mind. Walking amongst his bears, that sentence was like the best written sentence in this entire story so far. Walking amongst his bears and zebras, it's over now, and such creatures of pure beauty. Hello, viewers. The writer of this story has passed away, and now I, Big Cheese II, am taking over from here on out.
Yes, that's right. Our dear friend Big Cheese has passed away. I'm Big Cheese II.
No way. Am I gonna have to pay you? Great. I'm fine with that. Man, what a drag. Alright, so let's speed this stupid thing along. Who's reading this anyways? Wow, it's very realistic of you, Cheese. Have you even watched episode 15 of Fanfic Talk?
I think probably about the first 20 minutes of the first part.
Oh, please, geez, stop sniffing the microphone.
It doesn't smell very good.
No, it doesn't. Code Talker began to froth at the mouth and drown in his own saliva. Unable to breathe, he began to gag on the vast ocean of saliva and mucus coming up his throat. What's this? There's blood coming out too. That's not even a quote. It's just like you being surprised at what he's doing. Out of his mouth, out of his eyes, out of his nose, out of his ears. What was happening to him? What is happening to him? I hope it's explained. Overwhelming pain and sorrow filled him up, and he began to cry out, "Gag!" Birds of prey swooped down and began picking at his body, away at his thin flesh. Though it wasn't much, it would certainly feed their babies back at their nest. Wow, jeez. Code Talker continued to scream in pure misery. Oh, poor guy. Making me feel bad for him. The base soldiers were so shaken by this noise that they didn't dare investigate. Oh, what great soldiers. They just let the poor dying animal go and let what was happening take its course. To look upon this was to be scarred forever. But somebody did come. It was little Shabani? Oh no!
A kind lad.
Shabani. I forgot about Shabani.
Shabani.
He's like a side quest little kid that gets burnt to death. He's also a Greek yogurt.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good yogurt.
Is it really good yogurt?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like any yogurt.
Is the story over? A kind lad. Shabani approached the pathetic creature and kicked it. Code Talker had no more words to speak. His life was leaving his body in every gush of saliva and blood. Shabanya then proceeded to poke his head and finger went right through his now sponge-like skull. Shabina was thoroughly grossed out as a fountain of blood began to spew from the hole and pushed the chair off the bridge. Code Talker sank to the bottom of the ocean beneath Mother Base and was slowly devoured by sea creatures of all kind. Thus is the code of life and the code of death. I learned nothing. I learned absolutely nothing except that you're a sicko. What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
It's the last second thing.
That was horrific.
Let's look back at yours.
Mine.
I was trying to top yours.
Mine is nowhere near.
No, not
this.
yours now. The first one.
But that wasn't even that bad.
Yes, it was.
As a bird of his lifeless body crashed into the floorboards. Her skull smashed open and her entrails fly on the walls.
I think it's time for Big Cheese to see my story for the first time. So go ahead and click on my profile, Cheese, and you take it from here.
This one's called Code Talker's Day.
Kind of. Oh my gosh!
Code Talker lives life of good. One day his adventure reaches a big time swag. This story takes place in MGS5, but all the characters' races are swapped. What? So
You have a problem with that?
more diverse. In this timeline, Big Boss is a female woman called Karen. If you don't like that, don't read my story, idiot.
I should point this out. I wrote my fanfic 85 days ago, and Cheese wrote his yesterday. So I don't remember anything from this. Just throwing that out there. You're lazy.
A rolling landscape, a meaning we place in lush greenery. Just as Orwell indicated, Neshone, cipher, the ethnic cleansing parasites, Russian, Chinese, Arabic, years ago, has its roots in Diné culture, lingua franca, that is English. Cipher would be a great aid in accomplishing this goal. Business, education, film, commodities. I can see this when I look at young Diné. They can penetrate deeper into and between people. But how does this differ from building the Tower of Babel?
Okay, continue.
No, it had to come out like it was spontaneous.
Oh yeah, the big reveal at your big cheese number 2.
Yeah, the
I
original.
hope it was worth
The original's
85
brain
days.
just kind of deteriorated.
Deteriorated. I think your brain has deteriorated.
Code Talker felt his throat expanding. His flesh was burning. His eyes watered profusely. He tried to speak, but no air could escape his wrinkly jaw. His head thrashed wildly around his face. His hair unfurled like a dying flame. He was dying.
After you're done with this paragraph, I'm going to restart the camera.
similarities.
Yeah, I'm already seeing a bit of similarity here.
Cod Talker shouted, but nobody heard him. Before long, his throat dissolves away like a candy apple. Code Talker's damn vocal cord parasites. Code Talker screams. He quickly sits up in bed, in a cold sweat of old man sweat.
It was a dream.
Vocal cord parasites. Code Talker cries. Water flows down his creviced face like an ancient waterfall. The doors of his quarters suddenly open, spewing light into the room. Revolver Ocelot enters the room. Just what's going on here? Ocelot shout over Code Talker's grunts of torment. Vocal cord parasite! Code Talker barks. He scratches at his throat as his eyes grow wide and terrified like a deer in the headlights. Code Talker! Ocelot yells, You need to calm down. Code Man can't calm down now. He flops onto the floor like a dead fish, throwing his blankets and adult diapers all around the space. I need backups! Ocelot yells. 5 members of the Mother Base staff rush into the room and grab Code Talker by his arms and legs. Code Walker panics. He thinks they're going to pull him apart, limb by limb. Vocal cord parasites! He begs.
I don't remember any of this.
Hey. Eyes on Kazuhira. A message from the parasites.
We are out of tranquilizers, another Blaze crew guy says to Ocelot. Ocelot begins to panic. Before he knows what he's doing, Ocelot begins brutally slamming his fists and other blunt objects into Code Mocker's old skeletal gut. Before long, Code Talker is asleep. Ocelot is scared. The room smells of elderly fear and chemicals. He quickly calls Master Miller on his iPhone 4. What's the problems? Mr. Miller shouts cranky like Mr. Code Rocker not take his medication. Ocelot shout, he is danger to this crew. Do not picnic.
Do not picnic. Do not picnic.
Everything will be fine. Give he his medicine. Hurry before it's too late. The underpaid staff chuck Code Talker into a chair. Drool pours nonstop out of one side of his mouth like an ancient waterfall.
I think I did that accidentally. I used the exact same expression.
Ocelot stares into the old man's unresponsive eyes. Don't worry, Ursula not.
Also not.
Whispers gently, "You'll be okay, my love." What?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
This
What
is
did
a
you
mess.
write?
This is a mess.
He gently begins pouring countless large pills down Code Talker's throat hole. Codes Talker sputters and coughs. Ocelot cannot bear to look at him anymore. Oughter not take a burlap sack and gently tie it over his beloved's head. The old man's body trembles. He begins vomiting.
This is way worse than I thought it was.
The burlap sack. Let's none of it out. He's drowning. Another base soldier roars. Ocelot stops them from interfering. This is what he wants.
I don't remember this at all.
Code Talker's body slams into the floor, hitting his temple on the wheelchair as he goes down. The bag is as plump as a balloon now, filled with hot, gurgling, churning air of bad smells and vomit juice.
Excellent work.
Code Man whispers?
Is he whispering? I don't know. This makes no sense.
Then there is silence. Ocelot covers his face and weeps. The Mother Bash staff crowds around him and give him group hug. The next morning, the mold doctor is given a barrel at sea. His body thrown down into waters and into the icy depths.
Today is a good day to fly.
Ocelot steps up on the stage to give a speech. Why am I still here? Ocelot says, teary eyes of sadness. Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers, the body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting.
I wrote all that.
It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? Nobody feels that way at all. Ocelot throws himself into the ocean.
The end. So let's talk parallels. Both our stories had Ocelot. Wait, no. Only mine had Ocelot. Wait, no. Both of our stories had Code Talker, I think. Code Talker dies in both.
The writer dies in mine.
Cheese takes it to the next level, and his actual writer dies. Which, how do we top that? Like, the other him dies. How do you top that? Is this the last episode of FANFIC FLIP? Yes. But more importantly, is this the best fanfics of all time? Yes. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's very late at night. I think it's 4 a.m. I've had nightmares like this.
What?
I've had nightmares just like this. And both of our stories had characters with their races being swapped. That was an important running theme. Oh yeah, that was just me. We all know why this guy didn't do it. It's because he didn't think of it, you know, because it's kind of a strange thing to think of just off the blue, you know, off the cusp like that, so, you know, it makes sense.
I think it is time you knew. Hamburgers. Yes, I became obsessed with them. I wanted exposure to them. I was seduced by the bee.
Oh, there's not gonna be a sequel, is there?
No. In fact, there's never going to be a sequel to anything that we ever make again. So, that's a wrap. Alright, let's cut the video.
That's expensive equipment.
No, it's really not, alright? Just shut up and leave. Just take your paycheck. It's at the door, alright? Don't forget to clock out. Say, get out!
You're faking a smile with a coffee you go. You tell me your life's been way offline. You fall into pieces every time. And I don't need no caring, no, no, no. Because you had a bad day, you take it one down. You sing a sad song just to